Morning and happy Monday. It's Jackie here from TBA Law. I do these videos every Monday at 10 if I can, and sorry I'm running a little bit late today. And today I wanted to talk about enduring powers of attorney. The laws were changed in about 2015. There used to be what was called an enduring guardianship power and also an enduring power of attorney with financial in brackets. Those two powers were combined. So now we have a single enduring power of attorney. And it's called enduring because it endures past you losing capacity up until you pass away. So you can also do a general power of attorney, and it stops to have any, it stops working if you're still alive but have lost capacity. So a general power of attorney might be suitable if you were going overseas and you wanted to give someone here a specific job to do while you're away if something arose. So it might be for a specific purpose or a specific period of time. Whereas the enduring power of attorney, the main purpose of it is so that someone can help you out when you're not functioning as well as you might have otherwise been. So, things to think about with an enduring power of attorney. Firstly, the law requires that your attorney act in your best interests, so you are protected by the laws generally. Not only do they have to act in your best interest, they can't act in any way in conflict with themselves. So that's an important extra requirement as well, because they could act not in accordance with your best wishes, but in accordance with someone else's wishes, but not their own, so it wouldn't be a conflict. However, by having to not act in conflict, they're also making sure that they're not benefiting, essentially. So they're not, it's supposed to protect against elder abuse, particularly the financial elder abuse aspect. So, enduring powers of attorney. You need to think about the kind of people that you would choose, I suppose, to represent you effectively under an enduring power of attorney. You can have multiple people. You can have alternate people and backups. You can have it so people have to act jointly. You can have it so people have to act by majority. Or you can have it so people can act individually. You can also specify when it's supposed to start. So some people specify it can start immediately, but then they don't obviously give a copy to the attorney to be able to actually use it. For more elderly people, yes, you'd have it begin immediately, and potentially someone might start using it immediately with some direction. But most of the time, I recommend that it has a specific clause in it to say that it doesn't begin until you've lost physical or mental capacity. So there has to be a medical certificate to trigger it even starting. So that can also protect against some elder abuse as well. And it also protects the attorney in a lot of ways too. If a power of attorney has begun immediately and the attorney doesn't realise and is not actually acting under it, and yet the person gives the attorney a gift, for example, that can be a conflict under the power of attorney. And so unknowingly, that attorney is breaching the law. So that's why I think putting the clause in to say that it doesn't begin until you've lost capacity just is safer for both parties. Your attorneys have to sign an acceptance page as well, that they are eligible, firstly, to be an attorney. And if someone has been convicted of fraud, for example, or a white-collar crime, they're not eligible. So they can't be an attorney. If they're bankrupt, they can't be an attorney. So there are some people who are excluded from being able to be. So I suppose those are the main points. Realise that the purpose of the enduring power of attorney is to endure past you losing capacity. To think carefully about the people who you select and how you want them to act, So whether it's jointly, by majority, or individually. And when you want the power to actually begin. So immediately or on the triggering of a medical certificate. Or you can have it on another condition, on another event happening. So you could do that as well. So I suppose those are the main points about a power of attorney. When you do your estate planning, the executor in your will doesn't have any power until you pass away. So some people are confused and think that, oh, I've got a will, I've got an executor. If I'm unwell, they can do things for me. No, your executor has absolutely no power until you pass. So that's the place of the power of attorney. And look, the majority of times these days, there is a period of decline, a period of ill health, or hospitalisation before someone passes. It's very rare that someone passes immediately. Particularly for younger people, if there's a car accident and you're in hospital for a couple of weeks and then you've got to have 6 months of rehab, you're not going to have the same functioning capacity that you would usually have. And if you've got young children, your power of attorney can also maintain your dependents, keep things running, pay bills, do all those sorts of things. So that's another aspect to think about. And once the medical certificate ends, because you're healthy again, the power of attorney goes back to being, I suppose, in the background because it's not active anymore unless there's another issue in the future. So they are relevant for majority of people, relevant for business owners as well. And that's where you need, again, to think carefully about the role of who you appoint. If you have a business, your spouse might not be the best person to run that business, so you might need to bring in a second person to act either jointly or separately from your spouse to be able to keep things going. If you have any further questions about powers of attorney, please reach out. Direct messages on the Facebook page or from our website. All our personal emails are there as well, so you can email us. It doesn't cost anything to ask a really quick question via email. Otherwise, if this is relevant for someone you know, please tag them. All these videos are saved onto the video part on our Facebook page, so you can go back and look at other videos as well. If it is relevant for someone, please let them know. Otherwise, I'll be back again 10 o'clock next Monday, and I hope you have a really great week. See you later.